Hello, everyone. So this is a new face and we've come up with a new Zen pop-up video. My name is Manmeet. I'm one of the Zenler educators. And today we will be helping one of our users, Keturah. And on our Facebook community, we received a post from her that she's been trying to set up her offer on Zenler. And she needs a little bit of help to streamline it. And we reached out to her. And today would be working with Keturah step by step to help her present her offer on Zenler. And she'll be with us here in a few minutes. Let's just wait for her and get the video started. There she is. Hi, Keturah. How are you doing?
Hi. Good. How are you?
I am good too. So we are sitting in two different complete time zones. It's 1:30 p.m. for me. What time is it for you?
It is 3:55 p.m.
Oh, pretty close. Not that
Not
much.
far. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So let's get working on your course, and I'd love to help you and help you streamline your course.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, let me just share my screen. One moment. And just confirm if you can see my screen. Is it visible?
I can. It's come up on another screen for me, so you have to stare at the side of my head.
Okay. So Keturah has been very generous of sharing the entire plan that she has done. And I must say that it has been outlined very clearly. I took one read at it and I could completely understand what you're offering, how you're offering, and how are you helping your students go through your program. And she has also shared the Zenler credentials with me where the course is set. So I would be reading the document and a lot of the course has already been set by her. I would just be assisting her in places where there are multiple questions so that the process could be faster. And that's how we'll be going forward. So before starting, I'll just give a brief introduction about her course and what is she offering. Her course is Ikigai, Discovering Your Purpose. And the offer that she has is a combination of live classes and content in terms of PDFs, which are downloadable and also for view purposes. Then we also have text material that she has very clearly mentioned in different categories, which is live classes, then automations, and then curriculum. So I did not really have to go in depth and understand that what are we going to do. It was pretty clear laid out to me on the document. So thank you so much for that.
Not a problem. I do this for all of mine.
Okay. For all the courses.
I like to have a plan. Yeah, absolutely. I do it for all my courses, how I plan them out and map them out in my brain before I start.
Absolutely. And I think mapping and planning makes the execution so much better.
Oh, absolutely. And when you want that consistency and that shared message across all of your courses, you can sort of create that, I think, a bit easier as well when you've got that sort of follow the bouncing ball kind of approach to it as well.
Absolutely. So what we'll do is, first of all, we will begin with live classes because that's our first goal, that we want to be including live classes into the course that we'll set up for our students. And going forward, we'll add the text material, or probably we'll move into the email automation and see that how much can we get done. So when I look at this document, I see that you're offering a live class 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. every Monday, and the dates are 6, 13, 20, and 27th, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. You do also have a question, do I add the lives to each of the weeks in the curriculum in the course creation? So the answer is yes. Every week we'll have one of the live classes added. So what we'll do is, first of all, I will go to your site and I will go to the live section. I see you have one of the live class already created. And I would also like to mention here, for people who are watching us, if you want your lives to be added to your courses, then live class is the only option. If you create a live webinar, live interactive webinar, or probably a one-on-one booking, that is not possible to add inside your courses. So live class is the only feature that can be added inside the curriculum or the courses. So that you have done perfectly. You've chosen a live class and you've set it up.
Fabulous. Now, I have set it up as recurring.
Yes, that was my first suggestion. Instead of making it reoccurring, we would be making it single session. Now, one question I had to ask you that these students who enroll in this course will get access to all the classes, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
So the course is a weekly live class. Yep.
Yes. For easier access for people to book their sessions and for them to have the reminders for each of the class, we would be going ahead with a single session. Okay. Can I change this? Can I go ahead and make changes in here? Okay.
Yes, please.
So I'll just click on OK. And our first class was on 6th February. So can I change the date to 6th February here?
Yes, please.
This is set to 17th January. Okay, which is today. Okay.
Which is, yeah, I think it's just might have defaulted to today.
Okay. So I'll make it 6th February and you said it was 9:15. Okay.
Yes, please.
So this would be 9:15. Okay, that's done. And it's AM, right?
Correct.
Okay. So our topic is done, single session is done, time zone is selected, registration URL, and you want only 6 people to register, not more than that.
Correct. Yes, at this stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we are at the duration. Now the Zoom room, the Zenler Zoom that you start with this live class will only run 15 minutes after the scheduled time. So automatically after 1 hour, 30 minutes, the meeting will close because you've given the time of 1 hour, 15 minutes. So is that okay with you?
In that case, I might make it an hour and a half, just to allow a little bit of a buffer at the end, because it will only be an hour long, but I'd like to include a 15-minute sort of tech check at the beginning so people can log in early and make sure everything works.
Yes. So now this means that your meeting will go on 1 hour, 45 minutes. Whatever is the scheduled time, 15 minutes is a buffer time by the platform.
You're fabulous.
And yes, here very correctly, you have selected visibility and you have selected the visibility to all enrollments. Here, what we can do is, yes, you have selected the course Ikigai. So that's absolutely correct. And you have also chosen the, yes, please go ahead.
No, that was all. I wasn't going to say anything. Yeah, thank you.
And you've also selected the option of automatic cloud recording. So this way you will not forget to start the recording button. As soon as the meeting starts, automatically the recording will start. So now I'll click on update. And I think the update is done. Yes. And now one of our major jobs is over. Let's just go back to the live again. And now we have to do 3 more lives because the first setup has been done and we have given it enough time. Now what we have to do is I'll click on these 3 dots and I'll click on clone. Now here I have to select the second time, which is 13th February. 13th February, our time is 9:15. And it is 1 hour, 30 minutes, and I'll click on clone. So here I will just remove the word copy, and if at all there has to be a change in the term that you have used in the topic, if that has to be changed, that can be done. Our new time is there, and in the URL also there would be copy, so I'll remove this as well. Then our participants is 6, 1 hour, 30 minutes. We'll set it to courses and we'll select our course. We'll switch on the automatic cloud recording, a couple of minutes there, and second live is also set.
Oh, the URL, because it's the same as the original. So do we just need to change the URL?
It is just giving me an error. So I think the URL has to be, so I'll add the date here. I'll say 13th Feb. So that it's a unique URL for people.
Yep, fabulous.
Yes, I think now it's done. Yes, and the similar action we'll perform for the next 2. And this way, in a couple of minutes, all the 4 lives will be done. So let me click on clone again. Then the next date was 20th February. All right, we are almost there. Yes. And we can mention the date here as well, just to avoid confusion.
Yeah.
And courses. Automatic recording. We have to change the URL. And this is done.
Brilliant. It is really quick once you've got one in there, isn't it?
Yes. And then the next one is 27th. And our loan. Okay. And one more thing I'd like to mention here is, because you are the admin, and I'm sure you know about this, if the time has set to 9:15, only you have the option to start the meeting at 9 a.m. as the admin. Nobody else will be able to join in before 9:15, but you have the option to start the meeting at 9.
Fabulous. And that's a 15-minute window, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The system
Yeah,
will
so
allow you,
regardless.
like today, when we had to get in touch, I started the meeting 15 minutes before so that I could give you the link on time. And I can only do it 15 minutes before. If I want to do it 16, 17 minutes before, the system will not allow me.
Yep,
It's just
gotcha.
a 15-minute buffer. Yes.
Yep, fabulous.
But it also ensures that it's just you. If somebody is not listed as a co-host or an admin, then they cannot get in before the scheduled time.
Yep, so they'll just go to a waiting.
Yes, yes, they will go through
Yeah.
that. The admin will let you in when the class starts or something sort of a message.
Yes, fabulous.
Okay. I'll just do one small thing. In our second session, I'll just add the date to the live so that we are not confused. It's 13th February. Okay, update here. And we'll do the same one with the first one. Okay, here it is. 6th February. Okay, now this is done, and live recordings, each live will be recorded and class recordings will be made available to the students after the session. Check if this can be automated or set up in automations. So what we would be doing here is, there is a little bit of manual work included.
Yeah.
Once you record your classes or sessions, and when you come back to it, it will take about 15 to 20 minutes to populate, depending upon the size of the session or the length of the session. And once you come here, you will get an option here, cloud recording, because we have enabled the button of automatic cloud recording. So you will get the button of cloud recording. Once you come here, you will see a link here. You can copy that link and give it to your students if you would want, but your students can download from that link and the content will come in their systems, their computers. So if that is something you do not want, you have to perform that step of downloading the video and uploading it inside your courses and naming the lesson as replay.
Okay, yep.
Okay, so how we would do that is, I will just go to courses.
Yeah.
And I'll show you how to do that. So this is the course that you have created. And I will go to curriculum. And the first live class in the first week is already added here. And I will name this live class 6th February. And let me just see. See, we can see here 6th February is added as live class. Now let's say this live class is over. It has been conducted. I'll go here, add another lesson. And I will call this replay live class 6th February. And because I don't want my students to see this right now, because I'm yet to do the class, I'm yet to upload the recording, you can just create this lesson and click on select as draft and save changes. So whenever you come in as an admin, you will be able to see the lesson, but your students will not be able to. So when your live class is done, you have downloaded the video from the cloud recording. You can just come in here, click on the video tab, upload the video, and make this lesson live. So your students now have the replay of the live class. Now, one more addition step here is, because some of the students, now this also depends upon how you are selling this course later after the live classes are over. If this course will always have live classes, probably going to the live class, you will change the live class here and add a new one. If in the beginning there are live classes, but then a month or 2 months later, the students who join in do not have live access. They will only have access to the replay, and that's the price they pay. So what I would suggest you is, as soon as you upload the recording for the live class, here we are disabling the draft. For the live class, we should set it as draft so that whoever comes in does not wait to join this live class or try to book for this live class, because this now is over.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. So we perform the little action of setting the replay live and making the live class as draft, because now nobody can book in because the live class is no longer available now. So they will not, you will not have the queries such as, oh, I can see the live class, but I'm not able to book in. What do I do? Those are the kind of queries we also get when we take a little bit of time to remove the live class from our live boot camps. People come in, it's an evergreen boot camp, but they feel that live class is still available. So now what we have started doing is that as soon as the replay is there, we make the live class draft so that it doesn't confuse them and they have a smoother process.
Yep, fabulous. So once it's uploaded, take away the live, or make it draft, sorry, and then so only that replay is visible to anyone logging in. Yeah, fabulous. Great tip, thank you.
So now we are in week 2, and here we'll add a lesson. We'll perform the same action. We'll do the live, and here we'll select 13th February. And I'll click on done. And let me change this to live class 13th Feb. And I'll click on save changes. I'll do one more lesson. This is going to be and set as draft. Save changes. And then we do the same action in week 3. Add a lesson live. Now we have 20th February. And that's why I wanted to add the dates in front of the name, because now all the names are the same. If I didn't add the dates, I would be figuring out which is which.
Absolutely. This is great. It makes so much more sense. I'd gone in because I'd created the originally as a recurring with all the dates in that single live. I couldn't get my head around it. So it makes a lot more sense to create them as each individual one, so you can add them to each week through the curriculum. That's fabulous.
Yes, absolutely. We've also, when we try to do things on the tutorial site, when we try to do the offers for the audience, we also learn from our own mistakes. So we try to walk the talk. We use the platform, see how can be things done, and then we bring them to you. Okay, this is how it can be done.
No, it's great. It's fabulous.
Thank you. Okay, so let's go to week 4 and add a class here. Let's add a live and 27th Feb. And save changes. And this is a replay. Okay. So now our lives are added and the replay lessons are also added, which are as a draft now. And at any point in time, if you want to check that how does your course look right now, we'll always take a look as course curriculum as a student, so that we can take a look at how the course is looking right now if a student comes in. So this is how it will look to them. And once they go on live class, they will have a button here where they can just click on book my spot and their spot is booked. No putting it in the email ID, no doing registrations, nothing at all. Just book my spot and they have a booking inside your live class, which we created inside the live section.
So do they have that availability? The book my spot button will stay there until the time that the live is active? Yeah, fabulous.
Yes. This will stay active until 9:15 a.m., the time that you set for the class. Yes. And if while your class is running from 9:15 to 10:15, you will have a button here, join in, because now the class is running. So instead of book my spot, it will become join in because the Zoom link is live now. And after 10:15, there will be no button here and it will say live class has ended.
Yep, fabulous.
Okay. So let's move to the next section, which is automations. Email on registration. Okay, this is the email you want where you can say that, hi, welcome to the course, and you have successfully enrolled, and these are the details and all sorts of things. Is that the first email you want to be? Okay.
Yes, yeah. So just that email on registration.
Okay, got it. So inside the course, here is the automation tab. And when we go to the automation tab, I'll just click on this, enroll email sequence, and I see the first email is already live.
Yeah. I think I might have already drafted these.
Okay, so all you have to do is, you've done it very nicely. You have to select 0 hours from enrollment or minutes, days, weeks, however one prefers, so that this becomes an evergreen email. If I put in on here, which could be 5th February, 9:15 a.m., then the email will only go at that time, and then it will not go to the people who enroll after that or before that, those sorts of things. So for it to be an automatic email, which does not require your intervention anymore, this would be 0 hours from enrollment, and then people will receive it an evergreen email. And I think you've already set up the registration that
I've just realized because I've cloned another course, it's actually the automation for that. So we'll need to go in and edit it to make sure it's right for this course.
Okay, a little suggestion here. I'm sure you might already be using this feature, but down here, we always have an option of send test email. So you could send yourself an email and click on send test and see that how does it appear in the inbox? How does it look? And once it is done, you can set it live from here. You also have an option to set it offline, like not make it live while you're making changes to the email or making iterations to it, so that anybody who enrolls within the time you're doing the changes, they get this email that you're setting up right now, which is not confirmed. So this is also an option you could do. Okay, I've set it to paused because right now you do not have people coming in. You can make the changes and set it live because you wanted to make changes in this one.
I do, absolutely.
Okay, let's look at the second email. Week 1 after term commencement, link to live.
So a week before the first live. So the first live will be essentially the beginning of term.
Okay. So reminder to review course, workbook, what to bring, what to expect, user guide. Okay. So what we can do is a combination of these can be, once we go to the second email. Okay, this is add tag. So what I'll do is I'll again click on clone here.
Yep.
And this email will be cloned. So I'll name this email week 1. What was it called? Okay, I'll just copy this.
So it's a week, week before term commencement.
Okay, I'll add it here and I'll click on clone. And here I will set it to 1 week from enrollment. So whenever they enroll, after that, 7 days later, they will receive this email that you're setting up. And inside this, what option do you have is, one of the options is, like you've mentioned here, that you would like to send a link to the lives. What we generally do inside our boot camps is we use a picture of a button which says book the live class now, if you would have seen one of our boot camps automations. So what I would suggest is, like, for example, here is the picture. I can click on edit and I have an option to add a link here. That means if I add a link here, people can click this picture and reach a certain link.
Yeah. So then add the link into that page for them to book.
Yes. What you could do is you could just draw up a small button image on Canva, download that as an image, put it inside your email and add your live link. Now, I know one of your questions was that there are different pages inside the lives. There are different enrollment pages inside the live. So which link should I use? So because when you come here, this is your course curriculum page for the student. We are here on the live class. This is the link you pick up.
Right.
And when you pick up this link and put it here, and I'll click on open in new tab and save it. Okay. Now I'll send this email to myself as a test, and we'll try to test this, that if it takes me to that link or not. So I'll write my email here and send a test to myself. I hope, oh yes, this is not live, but I'll still send a test. So send test. And let me check my email ID. Just 1 minute. I'll just quickly open up my email ID. This way, whenever you're doing an email for the live reminder, whichever live reminder you are doing, you could pick up the live link from your curriculum, and you only have to select C course curriculum as a student, and you can pick up the live link from the browser.
Yeah, fabulous.
Yes. So here we are. I've received your email. Yes. So here's the email, and we added the link to this picture. So I'll just click this. And you see that I'm on your live page now. Like it has got me exactly to the live class. So what you could do is,
fabulous.
Yes. Inside your email for the live reminders, you could just draw up a small button on Canva and add that picture. And inside the picture, add the link of your live class.
Yep.
Okay. So this is done. And the third email is 1 day before each live. Okay, so there are 2 ways we can do this, and the 2 ways are, I'll share with you what are the 2 ways, and then it is up to you that which one will be more comfortable to you. Yep. The 2 ways are, one, what we could do is that right here in the automation tab, you could keep cloning the email and send the email on. Let's say, for example, I clone this email as well. Okay, so I'm cloning the email again, and I say live class 6th February reminder. And I'll clone it. And when I clone this email, okay, here we are. When I clone this email, because we are sending a reminder for the live class from the course automations, so here we will have to select the date and time that we want to send it on. Yeah. This is one option. The second option is that we'll go to the lives again. And let's just open our first live. 1 minute. Okay, so when we come here, this also has an automation tab. So your live reminders can be set here because they will be booking into this session from the course curriculum, and their name and registration, everything will be added here automatically. So just for the live reminders, you can add automation rules here that send it 1 day before, send it 1 hour before. Then here, you do not have to set time and date. You only have to set evergreen rules like 1 hour, 1 day, because this is the actual live class. So it is up to you that which ones do you prefer, setting it in the live section or setting it in the course itself.
So a quick question around that. So this is something that I'm going to want to recreate for other courses. I want to do a series of courses that will be offered with weekly lives. If I set the automation up in the live where we are now, before I clone it, will it clone my automations in that space? Because I think that would be that would streamline the process if I'm doing, say, a 10-week, well, even with a 4-week course, but with a 10-week course, it means I can set it up and clone that, and then I'd have that similar thing already set up. It would clone it for me, however many times I needed it for however many weeks?
That's a very good question. And actually,
Yeah.
that is possible. Once you set up all your automations in here, on the first one, like we did the cloning for the rest of 3 just with the time, again, you could set up the automations, clone the entire thing, and the rest of the 3 will have the same email automation that was set in the first one. So probably you just have to change the dates or the time or just little iterations, but the entire email sequence will be copied with the rules to the next 3 that you clone.
Yeah, fabulous. I think that might be a little bit quicker than setting up a separate one for each week in the course space. But yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Should we move forward?
Yes, please.
Okay. So the next one is, okay, 1 day and 1 hour before each live. We've already covered that you'll be setting it up inside your live classes.
Yeah.
Okay. So here are a couple of questions that you noted. Which automations emails are for the lives and which are for the courses? We've already discussed that.
Yeah.
When you set automations for the reoccurring lives, do they send before each occurrence of the session or just before the first one?
Now that was my brain working on the setting up, because I'd set the live up as recurring, and so I'd just gotten in a bit of a mess in my brain. So that's completely, that makes all sense to me now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If they send out before each one, can these be customized? Okay, that's I think a follow-up question, and that is already sorted now. Okay.
Yeah, covered.
Okay, now we come to the curriculum part. So let's go one by one and see. I think you have already added most of these things. So here is the text, then is the text again, then there is a book, and this I think is again another information which is already added. So everything is added under the welcome section. In the week 1, we needed a 1-hour live class and a workbook, which you would be taking care of. And then we had another content piece and 1-hour live class, another content piece. And I think we've done that for all the 4 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've added the live class. All right. So is there anything else that we have to set inside the course, or any questions that you'd like to ask me to set it up further?
I don't think I've got, I think that's sort of covered everything. I think where I had confused myself was, like I said, around setting up that recurring live in the first place. And then if I'd just set up individual ones, I think I would have been able to piece it together in my mind. But I think it was still then separating in my mind when I was going to actually map out what I needed to do, was like you'd said, the difference between where I set my automations up and that confusion between the pages. So I guess the other thing that I might have a question around, or just maybe get some more clarity from you around, is when I'm setting up my live, I have all of the pages attached to that. So I've got the registration page and the waiting page. And how do they work when that live is linked to a course, like in this situation? Is that still something that I need to make sure I've set all of them up, because people will have registered through the course or paid through the course, so I wouldn't be asking for payment again? So could you just maybe take me through that part of that setup as to how that works when the lives are through a course?
Absolutely.
Thank
so
you.
Because we have set these lives to courses, remember when we were setting up the lives, towards the end it asked, do you want to be a secret, public, or courses? So we selected it to be linked to a course. So now this live class is only and only visible inside your course, which is paid medium. Somebody would pay and then get in to see the curriculum. They cannot get in without a curriculum. And these live classes are nowhere public. They are not on your calendar because they are attached to the course. You've not made them public for people to see your calendar and see the classes. So now you do not have to worry about all those pages. Those pages and pricing is for people who want to sell their live classes separately. Let's say you have a course and you're offering live classes inside the course. But you would want that if somebody wants to attend the live class externally, I can allow that because it is possible and they can pay for it separately. So you open the live classes for public, you set up all the pages and you let them come into the live classes, whereas it is also added to the curriculum. But right now, what we are following is we added it to the curriculum. We made it only attached to the courses. It is not public. People cannot find it. So only people can get to your live class are the ones who will pay and see your curriculum.
Fabulous. So
Yes.
even the waiting page and things like that
Yes.
aren't something that people will end up going to. They'll literally join the class through the curriculum, and there I shall be in a live class with them. Yeah.
Yes, I'll just walk you through that. So when we come to the live class, let me go to the pages. Let's just open the first one.
Yeah.
And let me come to the pages here. So when we come to the pages, here is a URL, right?
Yep.
The sales page or the register page URL. This URL is nowhere public. Inside our live class in the curriculum as well, there is this link, which is not a registration link. Even if I copy it and share it with you right now and you're not logged in your site, you will not be able to understand where this goes. This will just say user not found or something like that, because this is not a registration link. This link is for the live class added to the curriculum. So here in the live class, just a moment. Here in the live class, the register URL that we have is nowhere public and people don't have it. We have not shared it with anyone. So nowhere people could be able to get to these pages.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes.
Perfect. That makes sense. And I think that was where I'd gotten lost.
That's
was how it crossed over.
Yes, and like I said on the chat as well, you had already done a lot of work. So it made things easier for me to just guide you how to get forward. You had already set up almost your course entirely. Just a missing piece I added and it's done.
It was just absolutely, it was just going, and how do I get the lives in here? And then I'm set. So that's fabulous.
My pleasure, my pleasure. We always want our course creators to skyrocket their ideas.
That's my goal. That's the plan for me too. But no, I really appreciate all your help. And your time's been fabulous. And I feel so much more confident that I know what I'm doing now I was just worried I was going to miss something key and in the process and that it was going to throw everything out of whack. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. I'm always there on Messenger chat away. Wherever you feel that you need help, you need a quick query, just drop me a message.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. We do have Zenlers co-working sessions. That is a Thursday, 3 p.m. GMT, then Saturday, 5 p.m. GMT, and Monday, 8:30 p.m. EST. So if you would want to get in and work with other people like a virtual office environment, you can get into Zenlers co-working. And we also have educators, including me, present in that meeting to help you sort these kind of questions. If you're working on your site and you need some help, we are right there to help you live in the meeting, just like this.
Yeah, that's so great. That'd be fabulous.
Is there anything else right now I can help you with?
There is nothing else. I think everything that I had hit a roadblock with, you have cleared up for me today. So really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mami.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
You too. See ya. Bye.